Dayfacto podcast is privileged to have been founded on Wadjuk Noongar land.
We pay our respects to the traditional owners of this land and express our sincere gratitude for their ongoing guidance as we work in their community.
Welcome back to another episode of Dayfacto, where we discuss our 9-to-5 relationships in another podcast literally no one asked for. I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicolette,
And a big hello to producer Lainey.
who is sniffing her vapor rub because after hearing the Rottnest Wind episode, Lady is in the pool, she's training for Rotto, and she thought, you know, why not bring the vapor rub along? Because she gets congested. So maybe she's allergic, who knows?
We're not sure.
No. A huge shout out to today's sponsors, which are women, because we are recording this on
International Women's Day.
a big shalom.
A big shalom. We got to stop saying that.
To
We're
all.
going to get in trouble. We don't mean this in a
No, it's just a big hello.
big hello.
We're being inclusive of other languages. Shalom means hello in Hebrew.
There we go.
Fun fact for everyone.
Yes, it's International Women's Day. Big
It
pat
is.
on the back to us.
Now, did you get anything at work today?
No, because I couldn't go to work today.
Oh, that's right. Kate didn't go to work today. Did you make yourself a pink cupcake?
I did.
Oh, that's nice.
I thought I'll put on my own International Women's Day brunch for myself and treat myself.
Well,
But you know what I say? We're sick of cupcakes
Well, yeah.
on International Women's Day. We don't want them anymore.
we don't want your pink cupcakes and your fucking Women's Day cookies.
What do we want?
Equality. What do we want?
We want to be paid equally.
When do we want it?
Now.
We do. And I saw this conversation the other day and then it got me thinking because I remember my cousins telling me this a while ago. They've got young kids, right? And she was like, at school, what?
So I had to put my
How'd
chair
you
down.
figure out how to put your chair down? I was trying for like 20 minutes.
Am I close enough to the microphone?
I think that's better.
Last week, my voice was very dominating. So I want to
Was
say
it?
apologies to everyone because when I listened to it, I thought, fuck, I'm loud and I hate my voice.
Maybe I need to be like this.
I think I was like fucking lifting the microphone.
it. Okay.
Back to International Women's Day.
I was going to say, so my cousins are saying they have young kids and then on Father's Day, right, the school puts on a Father's Day breakfast. So it's like 7:30 to 8:30, the dads come in, the kids make a little painting, whatever. Cute, nice, good thing for fathers. However, Mother's Day, they do a Mother's Day morning tea at like 10 a.m. So they're just assuming
Oh, the mothers can make it during the day because they're not working.
No, that all
Yeah.
mothers can come during the day and all the dads have to be there at 7:30 because they've all got to go to work.
Yeah, well, they do.
But all the mothers are just at home.
Fuck, that annoys me.
Yeah, that annoyed me too. And I said that to my cousin. I was like, doesn't that piss you off? And she's like, I've never really thought about it. She's like, but I'm like at home with my baby. But then
Well, I am a stereotype.
but she has a baby, so she's at home.
Yeah.
However, my older cousin who was like, well, she's at work again. She was like, yeah, it's fucking annoying because like I can't go to this midday morning tea or I have to take time off work to go. Whereas like no one assumes that the dads like wouldn't like everyone's like, oh, well, dads have to be there at 7:30. So that annoyed me. So on this International Women's Day, think about it.
I would like to contribute to this conversation. I rolled up to this recording with no notes. I have nothing here, but I feel like I can jump in. I feel I'm ready. So I was talking to someone, an adult. I'm still a child. They're an adult. And they were telling me that their friend is a member of the local golf club where they live, I believe somewhere in far north Queensland, maybe a little bit of a country town, whatever. This woman is a member of the golf club. And she said all the members sign up, male, female. They all pay the same membership fee, right? But when the golf club, or maybe it's Rotary, it's a club, whatever, hosts an event, so they do a lot of like wakes. A lot of people are dying at that age, you know, rip. Mostly wakes is what they host there. The women members have to bring a dish and serve it. Even if it's not their event, they don't know the people going, but because it's been booked at the club, if you're a female member, you have to cook a dish, bring it to the event and serve it at the event.
Well, that's because their tiny little women brains aren't smart enough. So they've got to focus on the cooking and that's all women are used for. So cooking, and a root.
And they've got nowhere else to be as
No,
well. So
nowhere
they do
else
have
to.
time to serve it.
Well, you know where else they would be? At their Mother's Day morning tea.
Yes.
Wouldn't want the wake to fall at 11 a.m. because then they're going to miss their Mother's Day morning tea.
But it's 2023.
No.
We're not baking shit, bringing it in and
No.
fucking serving it while the males are doing nothing.
Nah. Everyone bring a dish.
Yeah.
And you know what else I used to get really annoyed at? When we do like group things, like just out of high school when you got like a real big like, you know, boy-girlfriend group, we'd be like, okay, let's do a barbecue. And all the girls would bring something nice.
What do
like,
the boys bring?
The boys would bring like crackers or chips or something like that. And I was like, sorry.
Bake.
So you know what we started doing? We were like, you guys eat your crackers down that end
Yeah.
and you're not getting any of our good food.
Yes.
Like, nope, sorry. If you didn't bring anything, you don't get to contribute.
Amen, sister.
But I will say though, at our Christmas one recently with all the partners, I think pretty much every dude in the group like bought like this like massive meal, like it was like a competition.
That's
and I
good.
bought like a little salad.
Yeah, well, I'd like how the roles have
It was
turned.
good. And we said that. I was like, hang on, have all the boys cooked something really bougie here? And the girls were like, oh, just bring something little. But the roles are reversing. It's good. I like to see it.
I love that. What's been happening apart from our sponsors today being us?
Well, I do have another topic I want to bring up.
Sure. Can I just tell you what's happened to me today?
Yeah.
I made a wrap. For a very late lunch. I slept for about 6 hours today.
Okay. During the day though?
During the day.
Good.
Woke
That's
up
what
at
you
8
needed.
a.m., went back to sleep till 12.
Yep.
1 till 3. So anyway, I made a wrap. Bacon and eggs, my favourite when I need a treat. Bit of Kewpie, cheese, lettuce, avo. Bit into it.
Oh no.
And the egg, there was 2 eggs in there, protein. Bit into the yolk of the egg. And it was so close to her because I was like shoveling it in, hovering over. The yolk went straight up my nose. And
Up
so
your
far,
nose?
like squirted so far up my nose.
Yuck.
And now I reek of egg.
Oh.
Smell my fingers.
No, thank you. I had the egg at 12 o'clock, but smell them now at 6 p.m.
They still smell like egg.
No, smell. Okay, I can't really smell the egg.
Or maybe it's in my nose.
I think it might be up your schnoz. You're
and this
feeling
is
it.
what puts me off eggs.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well, that's a rough day, Kate. But you know, at least you got your Z's in.
I got my Z's
I think
in.
it's important.
Thank you.
Bit of mental health day. Love
Yeah.
it.
Your topics.
I can't even remember what they were now. Oh, okay, another one. Back on, I guess, the International Women's Day, but not really. I was talking to my friend and she was talking about maternity cover, like to up your private health to get maternity cover.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, like what? Are you pregnant? No, you have to have maternity cover. And this might be common knowledge, I didn't know this, for 12 months before you even fall pregnant.
So you need to have it for
12 months.
and then plus the 9 months.
Yeah.
So what's the math on that? 31 months.
What? 12?
21 months.
Yes, 21 months. Me didn't know. Keep going, Kate. Okay.
So you need to have it for 21 months to access it.
Yes.
Because you're going to be pregnant for 9 months.
Well, I think technically that covers like your scans and stuff while you're pregnant.
Yep.
But I was like, this is just another attack on women. Because A, why the fuck do you need health cover for something you're not even using? Like,
yes.
I wouldn't get ski cover now if I'm going to Japan in 12 months. Like,
I think it's necessary you get it early.
I get ski cover when I go to the snow.
Yeah.
Actually, that's snowboard cover because I don't ski.
Sorry. Do you actually have snowboard cover? Because I'm not a skier.
Not sure if that's the same. Board sports only, so
I'm
just board sports in general.
I'm a big fan of board sports. We know that.
Yep.
They're my favourite.
So I was just really annoyed by that, and I was like, "What the fuck? What if you? So if you're accidentally pregnant, nope, don't get it." And I just reckon it just again, you get better care. Well, I don't know. I think you get more or something when you get private health maternity. So I'm like, if you can't afford it, it's like, oh, well, it sucks to be you.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw something right back at you,
me.
Nicolette. This is what I would do. Me and Nicolette did a really good session yesterday, and anytime our students said something, I went, I'm just going to throw something right back at you, girls. And they always looked at me.
Throw it back.
I was trying to be cool.
Do a little 180.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a different opinion on that. I was chatting with the doctors, some doctors, big group of doctors, and we were talking about where's better to go for healthcare because there's so many, like for this you should go private, for this you should go public, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of them said if they, now, they all happen to be men doctors that I was talking with.
Okay.
Okay.
Setting the scene.
most of the doctors I actually work with are female, so it's whatever. But anyway, they were saying if their wives got pregnant and partners, they would go public for maternity
Okay.
stuff.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first, guys. Don't waste your money.
Go public and go like Fiona Stanley or Midland or somewhere like that.
However, I have heard if you have the baby in private, you get like 3 days in a private room and they like teach you how to breastfeed and stuff. Whereas like my friend who went public had the baby in a private room, but then
yeeted her out 5 minutes
they like
later.
literally stitched her up and put her in like a shared room with the baby next to her.
Yeah,
And
but
then
most of the private rooms, public rooms are shared.
that's what I mean. So if you and then she was like had to call the nurse and be like, how the fuck do I even breastfeed? And they showed her one way, and then they're like, okay, well, you're out 8 hours. See you later, and sent her home.
Scary.
So I was like, I can kind of say both ways. I think maybe your second kid, public would be good. Private, maybe if you want my help. But again, I don't know. I don't have a baby and I haven't never been through either. So do your research.
Moral of the story, just don't get pregnant
Well, there you
because you will die.
go.
And you know that from
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Exactly.
I say that's more of a documentary, if anything.
Exactly. A lifestyle documentary. I actually did have one other thing I wanted to say. You know what there's like, I actually can't remember if we already spoke about this or not. So if we have, whatever. You know what it's like? So, okay, so like you're on Facebook or Instagram and it'll be like, Perth now, Harry Styles goes to local cafe. And there's always the boomers that comment, who? like how aggressively under the photo. Like if it's like an influencer or someone who's not like the queen, they're always like, who in capitals, like question mark. Like trying to make a point of like, they're obviously not important enough.
Because I don't know.
I don't know who they are. And I'm like, you know what? Helen, scroll on. Move on with your day.
Scram.
It's all right.
This is my new thing, my new word that I'm saying right now. If you piss me off, doing the hand gesture of like a flick, and I'm going drift.
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 It's just a bit cool. I go jog on. Jog on, mate.
Nah, we're doing drift.
It's too slow. You got to be more aggressive.
Drift.
Get out of here.
Fuck off.
I tell you what, though, working with teens yesterday, Kate,
Tired. Exhausted.
Exhausted?
Laughing, screaming, crying.
Bestie. Queen.
We got told that we literally slayed.
Bestie queen. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And I was like Googling that. Sorry. Every time I work with
Urban
teenagers,
Dictionary.
I feel one step closer to assisted living. So I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, what does this mean? Who are you? They'll jump off the ground. I'm like, ooh. Trying to sit up.
No, my group yesterday had a whole dictionary of words I'd never heard
I've
from
never
before.
heard of. And I thought I was pretty up to it. But no.
One of the girls said something, and I just looked at her and I said, what the fuck is that? And she said it was some sort of gaming thing.
Oh.
And I don't want to be stereotypical. She don't look like a gamer.
No. You know what else I noticed? Instead, you know, they just be like, it's giving this. But now it's just, it's giving.
Yes.
And I was like, what is it giving? Like, what is it giving? I thought I was up to date with the it's giving. Now they've just changed it to it's giving, and I don't know what it's giving. I guess fill in the blank.
Yeah, I think so. Make it up yourself.
Make it up. Exactly.
One of the girls said to one of our bollies, they said, oh, I didn't know Pumas were coming back into fashion because she was wearing Pumas.
Did I say that?
It's just like so brutal.
Who did they say that to?
Jess. I think she's wearing the Pumas.
And Jess is like, what, 21?
And she's hell cool too, Jess. I
didn't
think
know.
Jess is really cool. So if they are questioning what she's wearing, fucking
Fuck, that is so funny. I didn't know that would come. Jess would have been like, oh, okay. Goes home, throws them out, crying. Okay.
But I think what I've learned yesterday, and I knew that this is true, but like the popular girls in school, they're rife.
Yeah.
Everyone bloody bows down to them because my group we were talking about probably, for lack of a better term, just being a bitch. And they're like, yeah, that's what the popular girls do. And I was like, where are they? Point them out.
Yeah.
Gotta go talk to them. You had the popular girls.
Well, that's
You're
what when you told me that, and I was like, really? I was like, damn, it's changed since I was in school.
That's what I thought.
I was like, I couldn't even pick who was popular, maybe because I just don't think any 14-year-olds are cool, so it's hard to be on their level.
It's hard to know.
But lovely group.
Capybara.
That popped up the other day. I was like, was that listening to?
Capybara. Right, should we get into our second bonus episode. Again, we don't know what we're talking about because you don't ever want to be too prepared.
Well, that's what the professionals do.
Well, and we know that, but I thought I would start this time. Just going to shake it up now. Stay calm, everyone. Change is good. Change is good. I'm going to read out some stuff, and Nicolette, you're going to comment on it. Lainey, you can also comment it if you like. All right. Here we go. Let me pick my favourite. What's this one? Capybara. Oh, this is a good one. This one ties in. I've been doing a uni assignment around domestic violence, etc., etc. So I've kind of given away. Should have said that at the end. Anyway, just going to add a quick trigger warning before we get into today's episode. Are we ready?
Yep.
Cue, question, go. So, I've been single for a while, but 8 weeks ago I met a man through mutual friends on a night out, and we've been seeing each other regularly ever since. I really like him and feel very safe around him. And then in brackets, he has close female friends who I've met too. We know that's important. 6 weeks into seeing each other, he disclosed that he's currently on the sex offenders register after serving 7 years for rape that he was released from prison 5 years ago. He says that he has no recollection of the rape. It happened on a night out and he wasn't arrested until 3 years later. This is the only information he has given me. At the time, he was dating a police officer who stayed with him and visited him in prison. However, she's now saying she doesn't want him to have any contact with his son due to his conviction. As he's on a sex offenders register, he was supposed to inform me about his history before we became close. He apologised for waiting until after we'd slept together to tell me. We see each other nearly every day, and if I didn't know about his history, there would be 0 red flags. He's the first man I've met in a long time who I connect with. We aren't in a relationship, but we are exclusive. I have 2 children, a 16-year-old and an 8-year-old. He hasn't met them yet. He has told me that he will answer my questions, but he hasn't told me much as he says he can't remember. I've Googled him, but nothing comes up. Do I need to run?
Oh, that is really hard.
It's a tough one.
That is really tough because, wait, so you said he did 7 years.
In prison, on the registered sex offender list. Okay, the wife was, or his baby mama was cool with it, and so she was visiting him in prison. But since he's left, has now said she wants their kid to have nothing to do with him because of it.
Okay, well, what kind of screams a bit like sus to me is that, like, A, we know that when people get convicted, it's hardly ever in the victim's favour.
Yep.
Like, it's really hard to get convicted, right?
True.
And for 7 years.
Big sentence.
So I'm like, how? Like, it can't have been not that serious if he's been convicted and he's doing 7 years in prison.
I guess when we think about typically maybe if a female was to report something, that female is usually victim blamed throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
And it's a really tough process for a victim to go through.
Yeah.
So why would you do that unless it was false?
Yeah, I feel like...
Unless, yeah, you get what I mean.
And so he said he had a big night and doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know that's not an excuse, but I don't know. I actually don't know with that one. That's pretty hard. Personally, I probably wouldn't because... Not saying that I wouldn't just cut him out of my life completely, but I don't think I'd get involved because A, a sex offender's list, you can never travel. You can't get visas anywhere. I don't even think you can leave the country. Someone fact check that. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. But I think that would probably impact my lifestyle a lot. Like, I wouldn't be like, cool, I'll be with you and never leave the country again with you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. Lainey?
Well, just the fact that she has... When you said, like, 14-year-old, I was instantly thinking, what if it's a 14-year-old girl? Like, why would you want someone like that to be around a teenage girl?
Mm-hmm.
Surely it's all you'd think about.
Yeah. I think bringing kids into it makes it a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Like, whether they stepkids or potentially future kids, like, it is hard. And I know people can, like, do a lot of therapy and change and one-off or whatever, but I don't know. I still feel like it's a bit, like... Could be a very uncomfortable situation to be in.
So, New South Wales has recently announced that they're bringing in a domestic violence disclosure scheme, DVDS for short. I'm going to say DVDS because I mix my words up. And basically, the DVDS scheme was trialled in 4 suburbs in Sydney, and prior to that was actually created in the UK after this thing called Clare's Law. Claire was murdered by her husband, and basically it was said that if she had knew of his prior convictions, it might not have happened.
Yep.
So they're bringing into in this scheme in New South Wales where potential victim survivors can ask to have information of potential previous convictions.
Okay.
Pros being you're giving that female that information. But then I guess negatives, I feel like there's so many more negatives in terms of it's only New South Wales. So they've lived in other states. We don't know that information. And I guess statistically we know a lot of domestic violence abuse. It's not a one-off thing. It's an ongoing thing. Yep. And then also the biggest thing is you're kind of putting the problem onto the partner, and they now know this information. And if they know this information and they don't say leave and something happens, it's then victim blaming, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what it's going to lead to. So I guess that's a bit of an issue. And also they're spending millions of dollars on it that could actually be put towards prevention of domestic violence rather than...
Yeah. I think for what I would do if I was this person, I would 100% find out all the details. Like, don't try and fill in the blanks of what happened. He's not telling you whatever. Because didn't you say that? He wasn't like...
Yeah.
That's all he said. Find out 100% what happened and then make your judgment based on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's like you can't just be like, oh, he's only telling me one thing. If he's trying to hide it, it's probably a lot more serious than he's making you feel like it is.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I would do.
Oh, just like the fact that he says he can't remember anything's like rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like an excuse.
And also, if you can't remember anything, but he had 7 years in jail, you'd done a huge court trial.
Yeah.
So even if you can't remember the night, in quotations, like
you would
know what's happened because you've been convicted. So you would have known exactly what happened now, even if you didn't at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I find that a bit sus.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Okay, so I am a stripper and my best friend is about to get married. I can't tell if this is weird or not that the groom requested me especially to perform the deluxe special, which consists of tits out, whipped cream and all sorts at his bucks party. It doesn't really seem like my friend knows. Is this weird or is it a good thing, I guess, that I can keep an eye on him at the bucks party?
Weird.
Nah, dog.
Wait, so wait, she's friends with the bride and he's requested her.
Yeah, she's best friends with the bride.
And he knows that she's best friends with
Ew.
the bride.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, gross.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
Imagine, like, I see Zach as a sibling to me.
Yeah, no, that would be so weird.
That's disgusting. That's creepy. That's nah. I would say if I was her, I would not do it. I would turn down the booking. Yeah. And I would let her know that he did that.
Yeah, exactly. I would be more like offended as the bride, being like, how long have you been thinking about this? There's plenty of hot strippers out there.
Why do you want to see my best friend naked?
Why do you need my best friend to do it? Also, again, I think we were talking about strippers the other week, but like fucking men on their bucks, it's creepy.
The deluxe special as well, like
whatever. But everyone knows like the strippers are kind of like for everyone attending the bucks. Like I wouldn't say, or the bucks parties I know of, it's more for like everyone, like all the boys, like let's get strippers. Like I don't really know too many grooms that have been like, oh fuck yeah, let's get a stripper. Like I feel like it's more the boys organising it.
Yeah.
But like for the groom to specifically say, or I want the deluxe thing, like you can get your wife to put fucking cream on her tits and do it. Like why do you need someone else to do it?
Her best friend though.
Yeah, weird.
That's
I would be
so uncomfortable.
Saying fuck no, turning down the booking and telling the bride.
Yep.
No, you know what I would say to the bride if I was the best friend? I'd be like, oh my God, how weird's this? Like I got a message from blah, blah. I don't think he realizes that that's my stripping company. Like like play it off like that. And then the bride might be like, okay, and bring it up with their partner.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. I like that.
My mum is a single mum and some would call her a MILF. Me and all of my friends are 17 and my mum is super chill, so she let me and about 40 people from my year have a party at our house. My mum was socialising with a few of us and many people were very, very drunk. I passed out and someone put me to bed. The next morning, I found out my mum had sex with my guy best friend, who, yes, again, is 17. My friend had been boasting about this story to the entire school, and eventually a teacher found out and notified the school and police. The police showed up at my house the next day. I never want to go to school again or talk to my mum again, or better yet, talk to my best friend again.
There's so many things wrong with that. First of all,
Fucking
the
hell.
mum is in the wrong 100%.
Yeah.
Because she's the older one. He's not even, oh, no, technically, yeah, he is legal.
Legal
so,
to have sex.
hey, yeah, he's legally allowed to have sex. So I don't think that the police can actually get involved with that.
But there was underage drinking. Does that count?
Underage
towards anything?
drinking might be the problem, and then
Yeah.
the consent.
It would be the consensual and the drinking. But if you're over 16, you can have sex with whoever you want.
Yeah.
I feel
fucking
for
weird.
this person. I would definitely be leaving
schools.
school. I'm going to another place. I would.
Mean of the mum, too, to put your kid through
Where's
that.
the dad?
I
Can you
know.
move in with the dad?
Yeah.
Can you?
The
Because-
fact that her best friend was boasting about it to like the whole school as well.
Teenagers are shit and mean. And if, like, especially if a young dude roots an older woman, goes to their head.
But also, just think about like the mum being interested, sexually
17-year-old.
attracted to someone the same age as her daughter.
Yeah, it's
that's
weird.
disgusting.
Because if you flip that and it was a dad sleeping with a
Yeah.
daughter's friend,
Yeah.
that would be like everyone would lose their mind and be
Yeah.
like, "That's fucking creepy," and never like, and
Yeah.
that would just be like full predatory. So,
Mingin.
Megan, yeah, if I was you, I would leave the school. Probably not talk to mum for a good while.
Yeah, I'll be distancing myself
There's
from
a-
mum.
There's a point in your life you're still a parent. You can't be your kid's best friend until
Yeah.
they're over the age of 21. I don't reckon.
Yeah,
You got to be a parent, and that's pretty messed up.
I feel disgusting in the pit of my stomach. Next question.
Or
Do more of
actually,
you.
wait, can I say something about that? What if they didn't use protection and her best friend got her mum preggers? Because obviously she said the mum's hell young. Maybe the mum's only, like early 40s or whatever. Then the mum's pregnant with her best friend's baby. And then so her, like, technically younger sister is like her
Oh.
best friend's and the dad.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
no. We're not in the States, America. That doesn't, I mean, Nicolette,
America.
that don't happen here.
That don't happen. I'd hope not. Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but this is a Perth story.
Is
Damn.
it?
Yeah.
Did it actually happen though?
Well-
Everyone says like it's legit. Like she said one of her friends walked in on it. Yeah. And that the whole thing with the police showing up like was kind of confirmed.
How old's the mum?
I think all she told me was that the mum was like very like attractive and probably like early 40s. Like,
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves a MILF. But
the MILF shouldn't love
The
the
MILF
children.
you should, lap up the attention of being a MILF, but don't root them. Thank you.
I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me when he was on a work trip and I was home alone. I got sent a massive package and when I opened it, it was a giant cookie that said, "Happy birthday, my cookie." It was June and my birthday is in February and he calls me Cupcake. Turns out you can have your cake and also eat a cookie.
Cookie and Cupcake, very
Yeah.
good names. Easy. You know what the thing is? When you're cheating on people, you give everyone the same pet name.
You do.
So that way, if you accidentally say it, you don't have to learn anyone's name. It's just all pet names.
So he ordered her. He sent the cookie to the wrong person's
Yeah.
house. What a fucking
Forgot to
moron!
clarify that.
If you're gonna cheat,
You're
you've got
probably-
to be smarter about it.
Yeah.
So sorry, you don't get to cheat anymore. You've lost your privileges. It's too stupid.
If you're going to, I'd be more offended that he's that dumb. To,
True.
to send the cookie.
True. You'd be like, have I been dating an absolute moron?
Idiot. I would have eaten the cookie and then been broken up with him.
Yeah. Do you know what I say to that? Drift.
Drift. So lame. Drift.
Fucking drift on, brother.
Fucking drift.
Just if you're gonna cheat, just be smarter about it.
Yeah.
Basically, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And then don't be shocked when you get caught either.
Yeah. Just you got to pay the price.
Yep.
It's whatever.
So whatever.
Nah, it's shit. Continue.
He said, so I was on a date and he said, "From your photo, I thought you were too good for me." Then continued to say, "I'm glad to see you have flaws in real life."
Okay, first of all, drop him. Wait, is that the end of it?
Yeah, that's it.
Drop him, but also, guys, don't put your best pics on your dating profile. We've already said this before. You put your medium hot pics on there, so when they see you in
You wow
person,
them.
you wow them. That's everyone knows.
That's like
that.
one of the moments where he like I can just imagine him saying that and then him regretting it and then like wanting to like swallow
Yeah.
up his words.
Wow, you're actually really ugly. But
Don't say shit like that. Keep it in your mind, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it in your tiny little man mind.
they can't.
Keep it locked up in there.
But I reckon because boys don't understand, like you look at a chick on Instagram or whoever it is, and I'll be like, oh, like she looks great. That's a filter or whatever. Guys, no idea. Like, have you seen that? You're the bold glamour thing on TikTok at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
making you look full edited. The
Do you know
people
who didn't know
doing
the bold glamour thing on TikTok?
Who?
The kids we worked with yesterday. You said that and everyone had like a blank face.
Yeah, I was like, get up with the times, guys. What are you
Come
doing?
on. Pumas are in.
Viewers are coming back. Sorry, that is so funny. Anyway, the guy's doing the bold glamour, like the chick will have it on and then they put it on their boyfriend and their boyfriend's like, I don't see a difference. Like, there's so many videos of guys they're like, that's just what I look like. So, like, it's like just saying how, like, guys just don't get it. I can't see a difference.
Fuck. What was the question again? Oh, yeah. The filter thing. This is what I reckon with your dating profiles. Start with a hot pic.
Yep.
Or like lead with your hot pic, I reckon. Then a group.
Yep.
And
So
then
you have
like
friends.
then something without a filter, no makeup, just a nice smiley pic.
And something outdoorsy
And-
or
yeah.
a hobby. Collecting stamps.
You need a hobby.
Your coin collecting.
You gotta have
your
a hobby.
stamp book.
So that's
Whatever
for
it
the
might
girls. Guys, for your dating apps, I'd say
No selfies.
I was gonna say lead with a photo holding a fish, then follow up with maybe like a gym selfie.
Gym selfie. And then holding a baby that says, not mine, lol.
Not mine. And then in your caption, what I'd like in your caption is put your height and then put, because apparently that matters.
Best way to get to know me, just ask.
Just ask.
And then,
Forklift certified.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that joke is never old.
No.
That joke never runs out.
never. And here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's a really good one too.
That will ensure you get the girl of your dreams.
And then, so I reckon, then when you match with the girl of your dreams, best thing, just send her emoji of the little water sprouts and then the eggplant. And don't say anything else, just that.
Or just say, want to come over.
You up?
You up?
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, that's, chivalry ain't dead.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Next question. These aren't questions, I've just realised. These are statements.
You know what? We make the rules.
My date took me to this nice fancy restaurant and I was really impressed. The waiter leaned into me while my date was in the bathroom and said, "You're the third one this week."
Oh.
I'd say
It's giving John Tucker mustache.
I'm saying thank you, waiter.
Yeah.
Muchos apreciano. Muchos. Much appreciation for that.
Thanks.
And that's actually muchos
Spanish.
apreciación is obviously Spanish for much appreciation. And obviously sometimes I'm sorry I slip in and out of Spanish, it's whatever.
It's like me with Hebrew. Mazel tov. So, yeah. Look, I'd probably just take the free dinner and
Absolutely take the free
Scoot,
dinner.
yeah.
And then you go, this is the classic, we've spoken about this before. Oh, no, we'll split it. Very slow fumble in the bag for your card. Very slow. And then in that time, they've paid. That's what
Or-
I do in that instance.
if you're doing the Apple Pay and you both have it ready.
Oh,
I locked my phone. Damn it. Sorry, you beat me.
I clicked one too many
I
times.
did that with Zach the other day and he's like, that wasn't even good at pretending. I was like, yeah, I've really slacked. It's like, we have the same account anyway. Who cares? Actually, there was something I was going to say, but now I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay. Like, bro, you're allowed to date 3 people in a week. What if they're all first dates? You
Yes,
know,
but
you gotta
take
shake
them
it up.
to different restaurants.
Would I go to the same restaurant? No. Take them out of the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would do that. But again, no shame. Maybe he really likes the garlic
I'm
bread.
saying that's shame. I'm saying that's shameful. Go to a different place.
No, different place, but no shame in having 3 dates in the same week.
Oh,
unless,
yeah, nah.
unless you've been like seeing this person for a while.
Yeah. Fair.
At the end of the first day, I asked if she wanted to go for a second. She said, "I think I need to take a break from dating for a while."
What?
It
So
must have gone that
It must have
bad.
gone that bad, yeah.
Okay, come up with a better lie. You come up with a better lie.
You know what? It's only been 1 date. Just ghost him.
No, you say I would love to, and then you ghost them after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'll
You just
chat
go
to you later.
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, the break from dating's a bit harsh. I've just realised I'm not ready to get back out there.
Yeah.
And you really solidified that for me. Now I feel great. So, yeah.
Okay, so this is back at a Bucks party themed one. So I have a question for you all. If you say found out and you say saw photographic evidence that your best friend's soon-to-be husband cheated on her at the Bucks party, talking full cheating that she certainly would not be okay with, do you tell her when she's all dressed in white, veiled down, or wait for after the honeymoon?
Never tell her. I don't know. It's hard to say. I reckon if I was about to get married on Saturday and it was the week before, I would just honestly not want to know.
Wouldn't you?
I don't think
Because
I would.
you've paid for so much.
Oh,
like-
let me have my fun party.
Blissfully.
and then you can have a divorce party.
Look, honestly, that's hard to say. I don't know. Do you tell her when she's all dressed to go to the wedding?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Like, do you know how much expensive makeup is?
No. And why are you seeing her just before the wedding? No, you're not.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's tough. I was just kidding. I don't know.
talk
Hey.
to the best friend about it, the guy, the adulterer. Talk to the adulterer.
Yeah, talk to the dude and be like, what the fuck, man? A, find out, not that I'm excusing it, is it a one-off thing? Is he not want to get married? Is he...
Maybe there's underlying reasons why he did it, and that was to stop the marriage.
Did they have a agreement that they could do whatever they wanted on their bucks and hens?
Mm-hmm.
Hall pass, maybe?
I don't know. This is a tough one. Don't tell her on the day of the wedding. But
I would be talking to him and be like, I think you should tell her. I wouldn't want it to come from me
But when would he tell her?
when they're married with 3 kids.
at any moment, I think the husband can tell her, or the fiance can tell her at any point in time. He could do it right now.
Okay, I reckon depending what the cheating was, if I spoke
Sounds
to
like sex.
my best friend's partner and they were like, I made the worst mistake of my entire life. I can't believe I hooked up with a stripper. And they went on and it was like, this is the be all and end all. I'm never going to touch another woman again, whatever. Like actually remorseful. And I actually believe them. Maybe sometimes it's better. I don't know. I'm like,
Could you live with that, knowing that for the rest of your life?
No, because, okay, how did she find out? Who's all talking about it?
No, I think this is a guy.
Oh, it was a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's hard. I think you wouldn't want to find out the week before the wedding because then what gives you a week to make up your mind? You can't just postpone a wedding. I don't know.
You could do the wedding but not actually sign the documents, but everyone else thinks you did.
Hey, that's a good idea. There you go.
Big party. Done. Tell her.
As
Don't sign the documents.
as the best friend, yes, good idea. Okay, as the best friend, you say, I'll witness that. Don't sign the witness signature.
Yep.
And then tell her later on. And then whether or not.
And I didn't sign it. I've done you a favour. You're not actually married.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Kate, that's a great idea.
I know people that had a fake wedding. Well, I don't know them. They were friends of friends of friends of friends of friends of friends. They had a fake wedding where they both actually weren't together anymore, but they'd already done it all and everyone else was already coming to the wedding. So they just went ahead and did the wedding and then told everyone afterwards that it was actually a fake wedding. And everyone was like,
Thanks for your money.
everyone was like, no, but we were at the wedding. It wasn't a fake wedding. Like we were all there.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
weird.
like, yeah, but we didn't actually, we're not married. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I would do? If you found out, okay, if your friend didn't tell you that your partner did that, and then like 7-8 years down the track, it came up that he cheated on you on your bucks, and he's never done anything since then, would you care? Like, do you reckon time is relative?
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'd be really upset at the friend for not telling me and knowing the whole time. And
But then if they were like, well, it was the day before your wedding that I found out, would you have wanted to know?
well, don't ask me this question. I don't know the answer.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, I reckon if you're
Would you
married.
wanna know?
Okay, if you've had a really great 7 years and you've maybe got a kid or you've done lots of traveling or a dog or whatever, I'd probably be like, you know what? Last 7 years has been great. Don't care. Happened before we were married. But if the last 7 years was so shit, then I would be like, well, that's obviously why it's been shit because they cheated on me from the get-go.
Because you're riddled with guilt and you're a see you next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yep. There you go. That's a straight up answer.
We didn't really give you a solution. You're welcome.
A guy at work has propositioned me for sex after months of flirting and a sneaky kiss the other day. He has now told me that he wants no strings sex, blatantly adding that there will be no dates, no calls, no texting, just sex. This sounds like my kind of deal. Just spending time together after or before the sex, literally just sex. I previously told him I'm not looking for a relationship and I don't have the time or energy to get into anything with anyone right now. However, I'm quite shocked by his proposition, though not completely opposed. Does this mean he thinks I'm a slut? It continues. We get along well, but do you think it will change his opinion of me if I agree? I definitely wouldn't want a relationship with him, but can't help feeling slightly gutted / offended that he doesn't want more than sex from me, like I'm not good enough or he thinks I'm easy or something. My gut is telling me not to, but I have to admit the idea does excite me. He's in a senior role and always has my back at work, so I value our friendship and I don't want to ruin things.
Don't do it.
Of course he's in a senior role. He's
The
male.
senior role, like, is there like a power thing?
Yeah,
there?
that's
Oh my
a power
God.
thing for sure. And if once he's got his greasy little mitts on you, he can do many a things.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded fine before you said senior role.
Yeah, I'd say if you're on par, probably not as bad.
But do you think he's like been like, this is how it's going, the only way it's going to go is my way or the
Yeah,
highway?
that's what it
which
sounds
is-
like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like a pretty good, that's a good way to enter a fuck buddy relationship, though. Lay it out from the get-go, no one getting hurt, everyone knowing exactly what they're signing up for, so there's no miscommunication. In the workforce, probably not.
Well, when I was sleeping with the young boy, the young one, who knows he's called the young one actually because he hunted me down at a music festival and said, I'm the young one. And I was like,
Like, don't, you know.
don't let it go to your head, buddy. He was very clear from the get-go that it was just sex. And I was like, yeah, bro, you got nothing to worry about here. There's not going to be any feelings involved. Trust me. I have a hard heart like a rock. Nothing goes on in there.
As a shell, but on the inside, it's all gooey. If you just let someone get in there and crack it open.
Anyway, so I think talking about it from the get-go, just sex, great. Because
Yeah.
then when we stopped sleeping together, easy.
No
Easy peasy.
feelings involved. It's giving Friends with Benefits the movie vibe.
Yeah.
Which everyone knows it then fucks up. But don't shit where you eat. And we've said this before.
Yeah.
Especially not in like an actual, like if you're just working a casual job and you don't care about it, whatever, a little bit different. But if it's like your career and they're in a higher up position, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. They might use it against you.
Away from them.
Let's do one more. Okay. I've been with my partner for 7 years. We have a joint mortgage and a 2-year-old girl. I've always thought he was incredible. I trusted him implicitly. A few months ago, I accidentally came across some flirty messages between him and a colleague from 3 years ago. He was sending them when my dad was dying in hospital and I was at the lowest point of my life. I then did a bit more digging and found dick pics, some from a few years ago, but others taken whilst I was pregnant. He said he didn't know what he was doing. I wasn't giving him any attention and he needed an ego boost. But he swears nothing physical happened and that the pictures were meant for me to spice things up, even though he never sent them to me. Finding this has also made me question other things, such as a message from an anonymous Instagram account after our child was born claiming my partner was sending his girlfriend pictures. And a couple of years ago, we had to both do STI tests because I was having some issues. Mine came back negative, but his came back positive for chlamydia.
Babe.
I trusted him so much that both of these things just made me laugh and I assumed the test was a false positive.
Oh, sweetie, you are dumb. Sorry. I mean, he's a dickhead, but that is dumb. That you're like,
You don't get
Love is
I don't
blind.
think you really get false positives for chlamydia that they
No.
would then treat you for.
no, I don't think you can. Well, I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. He's dick. Respectfully.
In the bin? Lainey
Well,
says
how
yes.
long ago? How long ago was it?
So, couple of years ago was the STI test. The person messaging her on Instagram about the boyfriend was just after she gave birth, and
Yeah,
they have
that's
a
gross.
2-year-old. So that's
2 years ago.
2 years ago. The flirty messages were from 3 years ago. The dick pics, whilst she was pregnant,
Okay, so there's nothing like in the last 2 years. It's all before that.
supposedly.
I'd still be sus.
I'd be so sus.
I think, okay, what is really gross is the stuff while she's pregnant. Bro, you got her pregnant. Like, I can't stand when people are creepy or gross when their wives are pregnant.
On saying that you weren't giving me any attention.
Like,
because my hormones are going fucking crazy and I'm
Sorry.
as fat as a fucking whale right now with a
She's-
baby beside me.
Growing your child. Like,
Yeah.
you should be fucking kissing the ground she walks on. And I just like when people do that, and I know another couple recently, we'll talk about it in another episode, that happened too. Straight after she'd given birth, she found her partner had been cheating on her. Like, she's in the most vulnerable state ever. And here you are just like rooting someone just for a root. Like,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
just because what, you can't get a root from them?
Yeah.
Like, grow up.
I always think about when you have sex while you're pregnant, you know, from what's that movie where they have sex while she's pregnant and he can't because he's
Knocked
worried about
up or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dick hitting the baby. And I know technically that doesn't happen, but if that was me, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, I think by like the 9 months mark, I'd be like, spit like this, you know, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
There's a child in the room with us.
Yeah.
I think pre that, you probably wouldn't worry as much, but
Yeah.
yeah. Interesting. Now, your boyfriend's trash, your partner's trash, whatever. Would I throw it all away? No, because you got a kid, so I'd probably work through it. But
Yeah.
I mean, not saying kids are always the reason. Sometimes it's better just to break up if your relationship shit. Don't stay together for the kids if it's shit,
Yeah, that's so true. Sometimes it is better to split up.
because all they're witnessing is an unhealthy relationship.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's the end of the episode.
That is. Well, thanks so much for listening to our opinions that no one asked for. A bit like this podcast, no one asked for it. Here we are, still doing it. Anyway, you can actually send us your own questions if you want,
Yes.
and we will answer them. If you actually liked the way we answered them. If not, don't.
We don't care.
So if you liked us, you can like our podcast on Spotify, follow us, leave a review. You know, we've only got 5 stars, so why not add another 5-star to that?
Yeah.
And then also follow us on Instagram, but not as funny. Follow us on TikTok. That's where all the good shit happens.
That's
So
where it's at.
At Dayfacto is where you'll find us. All right, see you next time. Over and out. Boom. Woo!